IDP broadcast. Before we continue, the IDP Foundation International Fund reminds viewers that support for archival recovery and deep space investigation ensures continued access to classified historical findings. Public contributions remain open through all verified channels. We now return to our special report, EREBUS 2200, Part 9, Recovered Records. At approximately 13 hours into the mission, the Asterion crew identified a section of the structure containing integrated data surfaces. The surfaces differed from previously observed materials. They responded to direct contact. Visual output was produced across multiple panels. No recognizable language was identified. However, repeating symbol patterns suggested stored information. Crew member Ashley Kersey initiated a controlled interaction. Following contact, the surfaces displayed sequential visual data. The data consisted of recorded sequences. No audio was present in the initial playback. The first sequence showed the interior of the structure in an intact state. Multiple individuals were visible. The individuals were humanoid. Their appearance matched the proportions of the remains discovered on the lower level. A total of 23 individuals were identified in the sequence. A second group was also present. These individuals were larger in size. Height estimates exceeded 2 meters. A total of 9 larger individuals were recorded. The two groups occupied the structure simultaneously. No conflict was observed in the initial sequence. Movement patterns suggested coordinated activity. The second sequence showed structural damage. Interior sections were altered. Lighting conditions were reduced. The number of visible individuals decreased. Several individuals from the smaller group were no longer present. The third sequence showed further degradation of the environment. Objects were displaced. Structural surfaces showed repeated impact damage. The remaining individuals displayed irregular movement patterns. Interaction between the two groups became unstable. No clear communication method was observed. At 13 hours and 6 minutes, an audio layer was recovered. The audio did not match the visual sequence timing. Multiple vocalizations were present. The sounds were fragmented. Pattern analysis suggested language structure, but no translation was possible. Several vocal patterns resembled distress signals. At 13 hours and 9 minutes, the final sequence was displayed. Only the larger individuals remained. No members of the smaller group were visible. The larger individuals showed physical changes. Movement patterns were inconsistent. Coordination between individuals was no longer observed. Several sequences showed direct physical conflict. The recordings ended without transition. No further data was recovered. During playback, audio logs from the Asterion crew recorded additional sounds. These sounds did not originate from the data surfaces. They were present in the surrounding environment. The patterns matched previously recorded movement and breathing sounds. At 13 hours and 12 minutes, crew member Robert Silk ordered termination of the data interaction. The crew disengaged from the surfaces. Immediately following disengagement, all visual output ceased. The surfaces returned to an inactive state. Audio anomalies increased. Multiple channels recorded overlapping vocal patterns. Some patterns resembled the previously recovered recordings. Others matched crew voice signatures. No source was identified. The crew maintained formation and withdrew from the area. End of Part 9. Stay tuned for Part 10.